Bernalillo County leaders are looking for a way out of a risky investment strategy by the treasurer's office that could cost everyone millions and millions of dollars. The treasurer insists he does have an exit strategy. But as Matt Grubbs found out on special assignment, financial experts say his plan is another gamble.
Is the way out of a risky strategy another risky strategy that could cost you tens of millions of dollars?
Step bonds is the way of the future.
The last time former treasurer and current Bernalillo County investment officer Patrick Padilla sat down with us, he said a kind of bond called a step-up can protect the county investments that pay for parks, police cars, potholes, and pools. But a KRQE News 13 review of 47 bond trades between July of 2012 and late October of this year shows that what the Treasurer's office calls an exit strategy may be nothing more than another risky bet.
The exit strategy started over a year ago, and that was to shorten up not only the investments, but to get into step bonds. And you probably are not going to be familiar with step bonds.
Padilla and now Treasurer Manny Ortiz seems so sure of the strategy that we found the pair bought step bonds nearly half the time, purchases totaling almost $100 million.
Step bonds are bonds that you buy that start at a low rate and increase as they step.
That plan sounds like a good hedge against the treasurer's fondness for putting money into long-term bonds. That's a strategy that puts your money at risk, and it's created a cash crunch here at the county.
Everyone that I talked to, every investment seminar that I went to, said, you know what, step bonds is the way to go because of the way the market's changing.
But everyone isn't sold. Way back in 2005, far from the future Padilla sees, the financial magazine Forbes warned, quote, "We can't say that all step-ups are bad. We can say they aren't nearly as good a buy as they look to the untrained eye."
And what it is, it's a marketing gimmick.
Lee Munson runs a private investment firm here in Albuquerque that manages about $200 million. He's among several financial pros KRQE contacted who questioned the county's investment in step bonds.
The problem and the devil in the detail is that they always usually come with call features, which means that after a set period of time, that issuer, the place that sold you the bond, can pull it back before that interest rate goes back up.
That means the promise of stepped-up profits was empty.
When a bond is getting called, it means you lost the bet.
For County Commissioner Maggie Hart-Stebbins, the raw deal only starts there.
The county treasurer doesn't have the decision-making authority about when those bonds are called.
Of those 47 bond buys that we looked at, all but one gave up that authority. And the vast majority of them were in investments that kept county cash tied up for 10 years or more. Those two things signal a strategy. Patrick Padilla and Manny Ortiz were gambling that the bonds would be called in time to free up cash.
The issuer has that power, and the issuer is going to make that decision based on what's good for his or her agency, not us.
The treasurer has already lost one bet to the tune of $750,000, and if the county needed cash today, losses could jump to $20 million or more.
It's a classic heads I win, tails you lose.
It's a gamble, and advisor Lee Munson says it's hard to understand because it locks up county cash while the treasurer hopes for profits that may never appear.
When you're trying to pay day-to-day expenses, which is what this money is for, but then you're investing for 10, 20 years, none of that makes sense.
On special assignment, Matt Grubbs, KRQE News 13.